You walk outside and look at your plants. The leaves are pale. Some are yellow around the edges. Growth feels slow. Weeks have gone by and the harvest is smaller than you expected. You may have used a store fertilizer. You followed the label. You watered carefully. Still, the plants look tired. Now imagine two garden beds sitting side by side. One has been fed with packaged fertilizer for several weeks. The other has been given something simple made at home. After a short time, the second bed shows stronger stems and deeper green leaves. The change is not loud or dramatic. It is steady, easy to see if you look closely. Many long-time home gardeners quietly use this gentle method every season. They have watched the pattern repeat year after year. If your plants look weak right now, you're not doing anything wrong. Many good gardeners see this too. Before explaining why this worked, it helps to understand what may really be happening in your soil. When plants look pale, we assume they are hungry. That is a reasonable thought. So we feed them. Sometimes we feed them more. Store fertilizers are designed to give quick results. They often contain strong nutrients that push fast leaf growth. For a short time, plants may look taller or fuller. But fast top growth does not always mean strong roots, and it does not always mean healthy soil. Over time, many packaged fertilizers leave behind salts. These salts stay in the soil. In containers, this buildup can happen faster because rain cannot wash them away deeply. In garden beds, the buildup may be slower, but it can still happen if feeding is frequent. When salts build up, roots have a harder time taking in water. Even if you water well, the plant may still look stressed. Leaves can burn at the edges. Growth may slow again after that quick burst. There is also the cycle of dependence. When soil loses balance, plants rely more and more on strong feeding. That means more trips to the store, more money spent, more effort remembering schedules. Fertilizers are not bad. They are useful tools. Farmers use them to grow food for many people, but home gardens are different. They are smaller. They respond well to gentler care. Many seniors prefer something steady and simple, something that supports the soil instead of forcing the plant. So if your plants look tired, it may not be a lack of effort. It may be that the soil needs a softer approach. There is a simple kitchen ingredient that can support plants in a different way. It does not push them. It feeds the soil gently first. Then the soil feeds the plant. When you rinse rice before cooking, the water turns cloudy. Most people pour that water down the sink. That cloudy water contains small amounts of starch and minerals. When it sits for a short time, it begins to ferment lightly. This gentle fermentation encourages helpful microbes. Banana peels are another example. They hold potassium and trace nutrients. When soaked in water, they release small amounts of these nutrients into the liquid. The key insight is this: plants grow best when soil life is active. Gentle, steady feeding supports soil organisms. Those organisms slowly release nutrients in a natural way. Roots take what they need. Growth becomes balanced.
Strong bursts of fertilizer often focus on the leaves. Gentle feeding focuses on the roots. Over time, strong roots support stronger stems and deeper color. Gardeners who have watched their soil for many seasons notice this pattern. When they reduce strong inputs and add mild, natural feedings instead, the soil becomes easier to manage. Plants respond with quiet strength. It is not about magic, it is about rhythm. Soil has its own pace. Making this at home does not require heavy work. If you already rinse rice, you can collect that cloudy water in a jar. Let it sit at room temperature for about 1 day. Not in direct sunlight, just somewhere comfortable. You may notice a mild sour smell. That is normal. It means gentle fermentation has started. Before using it on plants, mix it with plain water. A light dilution is enough. The goal is to support soil life, not overwhelm it. If you prefer banana peel water, Place a few small pieces of peel in a jar of water. Let them soak for 2 or 3 days. The water may darken slightly. That is expected. Before using, add more plain water to keep the mixture gentle. It does not have to be exact. A kitchen cup is fine. A simple jar is fine. Clean containers help prevent unwanted mold. If you ever see black mold or smell something rotten and sharp, simply discard it and start again. This is not a failure. It is just part of working with natural materials. If you allow fermentation, avoid sealing jars tightly. Gases can build up. A loose lid or cloth cover works well. Keep jars out of reach of pets and children. Simple awareness keeps things safe. Now, let's consider timing. Plants do not need constant feeding. In fact, too much attention can slow them down. A gentle rhythm works best. During the active growing season, feeding every 1 to 2 weeks is usually enough. Morning is a comfortable time. Soil is cooler. Water absorbs more evenly. Leafy greens may show improvement sooner because they grow quickly. Tomatoes and peppers may take a little longer. Flowers may first strengthen their stems before increasing blooms. When cooler weather arrives, growth slows naturally. In colder regions, soil organisms also slow down. Feeding should become lighter or pause during winter rest. In warm climates where soil stays active longer, you may continue gentle feeding deeper into the year. Container plants dry out faster than garden beds. They may need slightly more regular watering, but feeding should still remain gentle. In-ground beds hold moisture longer and may need less frequent attention. More is not better. If you ever feel unsure, it is safer to use a weaker mixture and wait. Plants respond to patience.
Climate makes a difference. In warm regions, fermentation happens faster. Rice water may sour within a day. In cooler homes, it may take a bit longer. Trust your senses. A mild, sour scent is normal. A foul smell means it should be discarded. In very dry areas, soil organisms need moisture to stay active. Mulch can help hold moisture. In very rainy regions, nutrients may wash away more quickly. In that case, lighter and repeated feedings can support balance. Observation matters more than strict calendars. If leaves look strong and green, continue gently. If growth seems slow during cold spells, that may simply be the season. One common mistake is using the mixture too strong or too often. It is easy to think that if a little helps, more will help more, but roots are sensitive. When overfed, leaves may droop, edges may brown, the plant may look stressed. If this happens, stay calm. Water the plant thoroughly with plain water. Allow excess to drain away, then pause feeding for a couple of weeks. Plants are resilient. Given time, they recover well. There is no blame here. Gardening is learning through observation. Every gardener has overfed at some point. It is part of the process. After a few weeks of gentle feeding, changes begin to appear. Stems feel firmer when you touch them. Leaves hold a deeper green color. New growth seems slightly more confident. In the first few days, you may not see much difference. That's normal. Soil improvement takes time. After 2 or 3 weeks, the pattern becomes clearer. Roots strengthen quietly underground before leaves show visible change. This is not overnight transformation. It is steady improvement. Balanced growth tends to last longer into the season. Over time, many gardeners notice they need fewer store products. Soil becomes easier to manage. Water drains better. Plants respond with less stress. You may find that gardening feels calmer. There is less rushing to fix problems, more watching, more understanding. If you feel comfortable, you might share what you are growing this season and whether you live in a warm or cold region. It is always helpful to hear how different climates shape our gardens. There is no pressure, just shared experience. In the end, strong gardening does not come from constant products. It comes from steady habits, simple ingredients, gentle feeding, watching the soil work. You do not need heavy effort. You do not need daily bending. A jar on the counter, a quiet morning watering,
A look at the leaves. Healthy soil supports healthy plants. When you feed the soil gently, the plant follows naturally. You don't need more products. You need simple habits. Do less, get more.